Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Robotic Truckers Are Worse Than You Think. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Now, let's get started. For years, companies have been developing and testing robotic trucks. Despite the millions of dollars being spent to develop them, the problems that people feared appeared to be much worse than anybody realized. One recent study out of the University of Michigan indicated that robotic trucks could replace about 90% of humans currently driving those trucks. And that's about 3.5 million jobs. Million. Some people believe the actual number will be even higher. There are other big problems. First, the autonomous driving systems have to figure out how to navigate in bad weather far better than they can now. I suspect that this problem may never be solvable because, quite frankly, and to be quite candid, these trucks can't navigate at all now in heavy rain or snow. They're blinded. When a human goes out in terrible snow or rain, they often can't see very well either. That's just simply the physics of the situation. Your vision gets obscured and you can't see. Well, many of the sensors on these robotic vehicles have their vision blurred or completely obscured or confused, blinded. When that happens, then accidents will follow. Have you seen multiple car pileups on the freeways or roads during terrible weather? Well, imagine multiplying that times 100. Just imagine what would happen to robotic trucks under those circumstances. Sometimes, the hail, the rain, the snow, it starts immediately. It comes down like a flurry and it blinds everything. The driving shortage is now so bad that American trucking companies are trying to import drivers from other countries to see if that will ease the supply bottle chain crisis. Truck lobbyists are also seeking to lower the minimum wage for interstate drivers from 21 to 18. So, when it comes to piloting an 80,000-pound machine going 75 miles down the freeway, the choices may come down to a robot, a teenager, or a foreigner who can barely speak English. That's the direction we're going in. Another problem is that lobbyists and companies are exerting a lot of pressure to allow foreign drivers to drive trucks from Mexico directly into the U.S. without stopping. That would be a serious problem because once Americans realize that 3.5 million trucking jobs are about to be vaporized by robots, teenagers, and foreigners for earning a fraction of what Americans used to be paid, then you can see how this problem may be perceived. In California now, an estimated 50% of all hit-and-run accidents filmed by traffic cams are believed to have been caused by illegals who hit something or someone and then just kept driving. They never stopped, never called EMS for help, they just kept on going. Sometimes they stop, they look at the bodies on the street, and then they just move on. And if the traffic cam records their driver's license off the car, then oftentimes that's still not enough information to track these illegals down. And you know what that means for the pedestrians or the other vehicles. They're not going to be able to file a claim against anybody at that point. Here's another massive problem. If we start allowing millions of robots to drive these trucks and they start having accidents that kill people, how will those problems be solved legally? Who will be ticketed? Who will be sued? How? Who's going to be liable for these accidents? Are the state or federal legislatures going to start passing laws that limit the liability of robotic vehicle owners so that they cannot be forced to pay a lot of money to the humans they kill and the public property they damage with their trucks? And here's another problem. Let's say there are 3.5 million truckers in the US and that it takes 5 or 10 years to replace them with robots or foreigners or teenagers. What happens to all those people who lost their jobs? Truck driving used to be an occupation where you could make 50 or 60 or 70 grand a year without an expensive college education. Where do those people go? Are they now going to be supported by the taxpayers so that a few trucking companies can make a fortune? How many more millions of jobs can be vaporized by robots until these job losses become insurmountable, before they literally cripple the economy? There's also another problem. regulators in many states still haven't cleared the way for robotic trucks. That means these robotic trucks are being tested on open roads without the formal legal authority to do so. Are you starting to get the picture now? Once these robots are out on the roads in great numbers and they start having accidents, then what? Will all those robotic trucks still have steering wheels in case a human driver needs to intervene? Or will the companies and their lobbyists pressure the government with new legislation designed to allow them to remove the steering wheels permanently from all these trucks so that they can save $5 or $10 on the manufacturing costs of those trucks? This is all starting to look and feel like a massive problem down the road. Let's hope that it works out somehow. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on your social media so that you can help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.